everybody in this state will spend every single Sunday dedicated to the television, just perfection of driving. Then on Monday, gets on their car and forgets every damn thing they just learned. It's absolutely ridiculous. You know, and what's killing me too is 500 miles driving left with people chasing you and no insurance. Are you serious? At least if you're a criminal or like Mexican, you can go left and right. You know, it's good to see everybody here tonight. It's great with the crowd. You know, it's kind of funny. This reminds me a little bit of like an Amway meeting, only I'm not rich and you guys actually know why you're here. Yeah, she didn't know. She knows. You know, I see some faces that I know tonight. What's hard with the light? Some people I don't quite recognize. Thanks for coming out. Say something and put you in. And some people I recognize, but I can't quite place. Like this particular girl over here, I know that I know her, but I can't quite. Do me a favor, honey. Can you help me out? Can you hold your head down just a little bit? Okay, now open your mouth.
Thanks, Greg. I love you.
It was funny as she's sitting next to my wife. And,
that was supposed to be between us.
You know, you guys know that the longer you're married, like the less you're together, like as husband and wife. You know, we're all kind of used to the longer you're married, the less you're kind of spend that quality time. What's really hard for me is that my wife is a fitness model. Yeah, I mean, you know, you get to look at her, yeah. So, you know, I started really realizing this is kind of like maybe a bad investment on my part. You know, it's kind of like owning a vintage automobile. There's no point spending that much time and that much money on something that looks that good that you just never need to drive. But, you know, she's sitting next to the other girl, you know, so you guys talk amongst yourselves and share some great secrets. I appreciate it. We have children. And our son
Thanks for warning me about that.
And what's really bad is that the private school is not very culturally diverse. But there's a couple of kids, a couple ethnic kids at the school. One of them is actually East Indian, and we were invited to his birthday party. And my wife didn't really know what to get him, but I did. And what we did was we got him his very first telephone headset. You know? It was great. He was walking around the party. He was like, "Thank you for cutting, man." He was like, "Thank you for cutting, AT&T, help me help." But the other ethnic kid's Mexican. We decided to go ahead and go to his birthday party at our house, you know, to host it. And again, what to get. You know, but I came through once more. I got him his very first, you know, industrial work gloves from like Squares and Thorns. You know, I used to sing this dad, like, I think he was a little upset, you know, like maybe even eyeing those for himself. Birthday this year, I won't forget. You know, but speaking of being married, who here likes internet porn? Anybody? Applause, come on. Hands, anybody? Come on, look at this guy. He knows you like internet porn. Come on, man. I have always loved internet porn, but recently I had to give it up. You know, as you can see, I hate cardio. You know, it's funny, it's like, I'm just like you after sex, I just want to push back, kind of roll away. Personally, I don't want to type in the web spot. You know, one time I lost the SE for like 3 days. You can always tell somebody who's getting cyber sex too, because they can type 60 words a minute with one hand. Hey, you know what I'm saying? But it's funny, you know, I was like just checking out some of the stuff in the news. Do you guys actually see that Disneyland in Tokyo is not really doing all that great? Apparently nobody there's tall enough to ride good rides. It was funny, this year I actually got an Asian tattoo. I wanted something cool, you know, and I didn't really know what quite to get. I just wanted an Asian tattoo. This one says no MSG.
I like that. Good.
But yeah, anyway, it's kind of, I was thinking about for UPS, you know, I had a great idea for UPS to save some money. I thought what they should do is give their packages to Jehovah's Witnesses. I mean, they're going that way anyway. When I was 18, I tried to become a pedophile. Yeah, I expected you laugh at that. But then I was turned down for the seminary.
Good.
You know, and we in Myrtle Beach, we have so many country girls around us. We have Conway, we have Forrest, we have Ainer. And they're great. It's not just what they say and how they say it, but what they say is absolutely ridiculous. famous. You know, sometimes some of the things they say, come on, country girls, clap for yourself. But sometimes, you know, I had this one country girl, she told me that she realized that you're not famous unless you have a sex tape. You know, she wants to be famous, so she said, you know, you're not really famous unless you got a sex tape. I'm like, that's cool. Well, she decided she wanted to be famous, and so she was going to, she wanted to be famous, so she went ahead and she was going to do the deed. She got everything ready. Then after she did the deed, realized that her cousin didn't know how to work the camera. Do you guys actually know what Carolina foreplay is? Get in the truck, bitch. I don't know if too many country people, you know what happens to the rest of country people that get it. They'll get away with it too, because they ain't got no dinner records and they all got the same DNA. Actually, it was kind of funny. I have a friend of mine. We were watching the National Spelling Bee. Anybody here watch the Spelling Bee? Anybody pay attention to this? Yeah, every year Spelling Bee comes on. I always watch these kids. They're kind of socially retarded. They spend all day in the room, like learning all these damn words in different languages, but they can't interact with other people. And then finally, yeah, it's true. And then when they get on stage and they finally spell the word wrong, they go like a walrus with Tourette's. They're like, oh my god! How dare they be wrong? But just complete meltdown. Well, it's funny. I was at a buddy's house and we were getting ready to go out, and his brother was there. I never met his brother, and his brother's just sitting there quietly in the dark. So I'm waiting, and we're watching Star Wars. The end of Star Wars, Death Star blows up. You know, and all of a sudden I hear that can't happen. I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, that can't happen. There can't be fire in space. Space is a vacuum. I'm like, dude, whatever. So I look at him and I decided I was going to mess with him a little bit, you know, and I was like, dude, maybe the fire is burning off of the oxygen escaping from the Death Star. Right? You can just see him starting to melt down. He's like, I was like, damn, you want to smell me or something? Listen, you guys be great. My name is Greg.
Not really funny, but he's a wicked hairstylist. This kind of hair. How we doing, people?